I'm going live with or without you. We are going live. I'm waiting for Donald to come down. He's indisposed temporarily. And I forgot to do a what do you call it? Scheduled thingy. That's just wait for people to show up. And I'll share it around once Donald comes on or down. There's Matt. There's Zen and Sen Shop. Hello. I'm just waiting for Donald to come down. He will be here. I mean, there's Court. You can see Court. There's Court. He's resting. Donald will be down in a second. Hope everybody's doing great. We missed last week. You're back in the real world? Back from National Guard stuff? That's awesome. Cecilia, how are you? I feel like it's been forever since we've done this. When really it's only been a week, 2 weeks. Can you turn that fan off, Donald? I feel like it's a little loud. Susan Gotchi, hello. Susan asked how we're doing. It's dry and hot there. First day had over 1,000 fires.
Really?
You just like sit down and join me while we're live.
Maybe. You don't have to know what to do.
Sit.
We'll get a drink. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. No, pull that while you're up. Crap.
While you're up. We actually had a lot of drought here too. One of the things that we are struggling with is we've had about the last week the worst drought since 1999 here. So we've probably lost 80 to 90% of our garden, which sucks. Big Bear's here. Hello. Thank you, Jason, for the shout out during your live. If you guys are ever up earlier, Jason is live from 8 p.m. to between 9 and 10. So, and they are a great educational channel. I love watching them. Yes. What?
I can't adopt.
What are you looking for? You can make some more tea. Can you hear this? Do you see what I have to deal with? Matt says, what's up, turd herder?
Word.
Mama Z's here. Sean in Alaska. I feel like this is a lot later than most people can do, but we've been struggling. Switching to this midnight shift has not been easy, even for me, and I'm not even the one working it. Like, I can't sleep if he's not in the bed. And it's hard for him to sleep if I'm not in the bed during the day. And then I haven't been able to get to sleep till like 1 a.m. So I haven't been getting up at 6 like I want. Maniac Grammy's home said hello. 2 families here. It's only 6 p.m. for you there. Yeah. Yeah, Donald gets home at like 7 a.m. now with this new shift. So I try to get up at 6 and spend a little time. The goal is that he'll be able to stay up till noon and then go to bed until he has to go to work. But the first week is hard to see. He's been going to bed right away. And I'm so tired. I just go right to sleep with him for a little bit. So my business suffers a little bit because it's not available. To family, I was wondering if you wanted me to do another Canva thing to show the new features that have come out that are really exciting. At some point, just let me know. Is there a turd herder dance, Donald?
Is there a turd herder dance?
Maybe that one that you do from 8 seconds?
No, that's an 8 seconds. That's the 8 seconds.
Or a rap?
A turd herder dance is kind of similar to someone walking into a spider web.
Did you guys hear that? He said it's similar to someone walking into a spider web. You gonna show them how that works?
No, because everybody knows how that works. I know what you're doing.
I'm trying to get you to do the dance.
And I don't like it.
He doesn't like it. We'll probably get him to do it at some point.
No, you probably won't.
Or I'll film it secretly and put it on TikTok.
I wouldn't force you.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, it depends if it goes viral or not.
If it goes viral and we get rich off of you doing a stupid dance.
So it might not.
And Matt says he doesn't know what it looks like, so you might have to show it to him.
Oh, okay. So what you do is go to Google and look up guy walking into
Spiderweb. Hidden within myself, hello. Big Bear says you've never seen Kung Flu like you see when he walks into a spider web.
That right there is what it is.
Yeah, we have a walkway to get to the back porch of the house that's covered with like mint and echinacea and peonies and a lot of things that are just lining the side of the walk. So spiders like to build webs across that. So a lot of times we're walking through there, we're walking like this just to make sure they don't get us in the face.
That's my normal move at work.
Yeah, you guys get a lot of spiders at work,
We
don't
get
you?
tons of spiders.
Yeah. Here he comes, finally. You're only 7 minutes late.
Hey, Court, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I really love you right there, but I want you to move. Move over. Hey, move over.
Brett and Family Farm,
Court, move over.
or Farm Homestead, thank you.
Hey, move
Court,
over. Move over. Hey,
Come here.
move.
Come sit with Mama.
Move over. You want trust fall?
Court, come here.
You want trust fall?
Come say hi to
You want
everybody.
trust fall?
Come here. He does not want to move.
Move. Hey,
on,
I'm
Court.
gonna annoy you until you move.
Court, come on. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come with Mama. You son of
There you go.
There we go. There, now the whole family's here.
I froze.
You froze the
There we
camera.
go.
The camera saw you and was like, oh. Come on.
Court,
Matt
you
says
digging
hi.
in? What's up, guys?
He says you must do the dance because you were late.
No. Who's that, Matt?
Yeah.
You know me. You think I'm gonna do that?
If you were late, you must do the dance.
Nope.
He's very shy. Despite how goofy he is to everybody, he's actually very shy. But if I can get it like privately, we'll see. Thank you for stopping by Zen Incense Shop. I really appreciate it. You guys sleep well. We're gonna be up for a while, I think.
Well, at least I will be.
Yeah. We started watching a new show tonight or today called Designated Survivor on Netflix. And we're kind of addicted now. It was really good.
Apparently, it's been out since 2016.
Yeah, I remember when they first advertised it. I have a superpower of being able to watch shows after they get popular. So Game of Thrones, I think I started watching season 5 or 4 after it was already real big and popular. And then Walking Dead, I think I watched same thing, season 4 or 5. Actually, my ex wouldn't allow me to watch Walking Dead. So I was not permitted to watch it when it first came out.
That's when I would watch it and not tell him.
Well, I could have, yeah. But I was honest. That is a great show, but it will make you think, Big Bear says, yeah. Well, I started watching The West Wing, too, because I've been thinking about getting into politics. Starting local, like running for county commissioner or eventually a senator here in Pennsylvania. Just because Not that I plan to talk politics on our channel, but for me, I feel like me complaining about politics on Facebook does very little, but me actually getting up and doing something, maybe I can do something like actual work. So I'm considering it. See you, Britton Farm Homestead. Thank you. Yeah, Big Bear says, I would love to see what would happen if Robin told me she couldn't watch something. Yeah, my ex, who's actually Donald's best friend growing up, was very manipulative and gaslighting. So it was weird. Like, if I watched it, like it was my fault, or it was weird how it came out. So Robin won't let him run. She's scared he might get shot. Yeah. Yeah. I asked Donald if he'd be the first husband. What would they call it? They call it first lady. So if it was the husband, first man,
sir.
First lad, what would that be, you guys? Do they have a thing for
First
that?
lord. I'll be the first lord.
The first lord. Can I pick the name, like first turd herder or something?
No, I wouldn't be hurting turds.
Wow.
I'd be lording.
Not over me.
No, but other people.
Sean says first gentleman. That's a good one.
I don't know. I like lord. I like no, Matt.
That's very matriarchal.
What?
Lord.
I mean,
No, like the Britain right now is the royalty the royal family is considered a matriarch.
how does lord do with that?
Because they're the ones, like the whole English royalty is lords and ladies and lairds, and like from Outlander, they have lairds and lords and ladies and stuff. It's not a political. It's not a political thing.
Well, that's fine. I still like the title lord.
Y'all gonna make his head big. Hey Shayla, making lemonades from lemons. Oh yes, you guys, two families. Sherry celebrated a birthday today. So I secretly learned how old she really is. And she turned 29 today. So just keep that in mind. Lord Farquhar.
No. No, not Lord Farquhar.
What was the Lord in Princess Bride? That prince guy.
Humperdinck.
There you go, Lord Humperdinck.
No.
That's what you could be.
No. Lord Smith.
Lord Smith. Anyway. So what have we been up to the last 2 weeks? Because it's been 2 weeks since we've done this. We forgot last week. We're just really tired. That was the first.
That was midnight shift switch.
Yeah. So it was not going to happen last week. And he works. He's off on Saturday nights. But
I get off 7 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah. So we have not done hardly anything with the garden since we lost a lot of stuff due to the drought. We did get a lot of rain from the hurricane. We have gotten a lot of zucchini. I know I've got some tomatoes out there, but my tomato plants are so short. Because of the drought. I don't know if I'm going to get a whole bunch. So I'm chalking a lot of it up to a loss, unfortunately. The melons, I haven't looked at them recently to even bother. The sweet potatoes are doing all right.
They're doing great.
The potatoes in the barrels, we definitely decided we're not going to do that again. The drought, we thought maybe the layers would help, but it did not. They were dying quick.
There's too many. It's too open to the air, so it dries out way too quick.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold moisture at all.
We're not going to do that again. What we'll probably do is just
mounds.
The mounds for potatoes.
It'd be good. I think it would be fine if you only needed one and not 6 like we did. And then you're making sure that one has enough.
Yeah, I think if we had decent rain, it would have worked great. But again, they said it was the worst drought since
99.
99. Sherry thinks that you need a turd herder shirt. I actually have a design for that.
She does have a design,
and
for
it's
that.
really good, I think.
She was actually going to make me one, make me a mask.
Ooh, I can make you a mask.
Yeah.
But I forget what it said. We got to find it.
It was, what was it? Wastewater first responder?
Yeah, I was going to make him a mask that said wastewater first responder or something like that.
Or had a poop emoji first responder?
We'll have to find it, the exact one, but I want to do that. I'll have to show you guys the design. I don't think I can show it here because I'm not using Zoom. I should have used Zoom, but...
Yeah.
Why don't you just sit over there and herd some turds?
I already did.
I know, that's why you were late. What else have we been doing the last 2 weeks?
I kept getting texts.
Oh.
Pinch it off.
So, and I think I mentioned this at the last live. Yeah, I was sending him text, pinch it off. We're going to go live. He's like, it can't pinch. I was like, plug it up. It's probably not good for live.
We initiated the first joke. Etiquette demands we stopped after that. You breached etiquette.
I did. What else were we doing? So we talked the last time about how Donald was taking me to work before his shift switched because we had that sexual assault behind my building. They have not caught that guy. But now my hours are usually between like 12 and 8 now, so it's still light out when I go, so it's not an issue while he's sleeping. I'm trying to think what else is new.
Just me switching to midnight, trying to get used to it again.
Yeah, that's pretty much the struggle we've had over the last week, is trying to sleep. Can't think of anything else. Like, our lives are fairly boring, so.
What?
Well, I'm fairly interesting.
What?
Yeah. I am.
Oh, FYI, if anybody's wondering what I'm looking at, it's
the chat.
The chat.
Oh, we are going to start planning out our winter garden, though. We're going to put that up on the hill next to the house. So we're going to try. Just because our summer garden was a big failure because of the drought doesn't mean that our winter garden won't do okay. I have to get a rope cover for it. Sean says he did night swims in his life, but he doesn't want to do them again. Yeah, I don't blame you. I did it very briefly when I was a vet tech. I worked at a 24-hour vet hospital. So we had to have someone there 24/7. So there was a lot of times I did the overnights. I didn't like doing them because you were there by yourself. Now we had the doors locked, but there was no vet there. So if someone brought in an emergency, then I was responsible for at least stabilizing the patient and then calling a vet. And like, I didn't have any official like training as a vet tech. It was on the job training. And we had people that would come in with like dogs that had been hit by a car. And like, I'm too emotionally invested in animals. It was hard. It was hard for me. Thought you were going to say it was online gambling or something. Online gambling?
What is Dee talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about, Dee? Yeah, I don't know. To family, how is your t-shirt business going? I saw that you were asking people about some design stuff. I can actually create some designs, some graphic designs too, to kind of give you to print out for people if you want. I'm doing some non-Hempstead stuff where it's pre-designed t-shirts, not custom designs for people. Like we've been watching The Mandalorian. We did watch The Mandalorian. I see we sat down one night and watched the whole Mandalorian the first night where he had to stay up late, the whole series. So I made a mask. I'll have to show it to you guys where it basically said, "This is the way." Actually, I think I can show you guys. think that's it.
Oh.
The site's not complete yet, but
No, sorry. I probably should have been like, it's porn.
oh, porn, yeah.
We should make this really awkward.
So I was working on for the Naked Gardeners and have a mask and a t-shirt to do to get in the mail tonight. Awesome. Yeah, I want you guys to do our t-shirts once I finish designing them. I had nice t-shirts designed for HOA because it was actually our wedding anniversary that weekend. 5 years.
Oh, that, right.
And that got canceled. So the back of the t-shirt was saying something like, "We're here celebrating our anniversary. Come say hi." And I do on that. Do a different design. D, I'm going to always assume that your mind and my mind are the same, and my mind would have gone there for sure.
And it's amazing how our minds do the same thing.
I think you drag me down to the gutter naturally.
The camera right in front of us.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see you in the face. Hey, Mindful Homestead, thank you for coming. I can sense you looking at me.
Well, you probably see it too in the camera.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Screen.
What else we got coming up? What month is it? It's August. Not a whole lot. Like, I know a lot of people are debating about schools with everything right now. We don't have kids, so that's not something for us to really factor in. Right? That was me. Well, it was based off of what Misty said, so, and Marco, but inside joke you wouldn't understand.
How Court parks on you?
He probably will. Court's laying between us right now.
Under this pillow.
No problem. We, yeah, this is going to be our normal time for now, unless his schedule switches again. So,
Which I'm told it's light.
already? Like, will you still be on midnight?
I have no idea yet.
Most of the people that have talked to me on a regular basis know how much I loathe his boss.
Well, it's not even her now. It's Chip.
Let me blame her. Yeah, this is what you guys missed when it was just me doing the lives, is this. I think you helped make the channel. Now, we had a discussion, well, I had a discussion with a lot of the people in this chat regarding like monetization for channels and things like that. And I think I talked extensively with Dee from Naturally NC about this too. We're not actually that worried about monetizing our channel. And Big Bear makes a really good point. He's talked about it before, where a lot of people, like, they look at their channel as the source of income. It can be a source of income. I think that the homesteading industry, unless you have a very specific niche, like Justin Rhodes was, I mean, he is a business mindset in that he went all out and did classes and courses, and chickens was his thing. It's going to be hard to make money off the channel. But what we also discussed was that if you can just use your channel as a tool to supplement other things, like if you're selling a product, or if you are selling a service, or if you have some other way that you're making money, that you can use the channel to filter people that way, then that's kind of what we're going to focus on. So, I mean, I still plan to put out videos. We haven't lately. We've kind of been not burnt out, I guess. It's more like it's too hot to do anything outside. The garden's a mess. What am I going to film, honestly? Like, I can film me cooking food, but I'm not a recipe channel, you know? So, what? I don't think people would just want video of you. Yeah, and
Maybe you don't know.
only answering questions if you get a super chat. That's not going to happen here. What I like about our channel is that it has built relationships for me that I consider some of my most valuable assets. D from Napster and C, Two Family Homestead, Mama Z, Big Bear, Papa Z, J Love, Shayla making lemonade from lemons, Samson Farms, even people that I'm not close with yet. I love watching, like Little Garden Big Dreams. I love watching the Mindful Homestead. I'm kind of obsessed with some of the stuff they do on their channel, but the issue is I don't think that this channel is ever going to be, it may get monetized, but I don't think it's ever going to get big. And I'm not really worried about it getting big, because once this starts feeling like a chore that I don't want to do, then I'm not going to do it at all. So I'd rather it be something that if I feel like filming one day, then I'll film. I'll come and do some chats, these lives. I'll go to visit other people's lives and support their endeavor. But this isn't going to be an income for me. I own a business. He has a really good job with a pension. We're starting some side hustles. Like we're doing a drop shipping site. I'm doing some t-shirt designs, like custom designs. It's not like pre-designed for labels like Two Family. We're doing a couple just different website ideas that's going to be our business. And so I guess really the point of me telling you that is we're trying to figure out what to do with our channel. I'm going to keep it up. I enjoy doing it. The relationships itself are worth it. But I just don't know that our daily lives are that interesting to do a daily vlog.
I still have to do
We'll still do educational stuff.
a soil building one.
He's going to do a lot of videos on soil. That's what we like to focus on with our channel, is actual understanding and education of soil and microbes. And I like herbs. So that might be something I focus on, but we're not as worried about our channel. I've lost some subs. I lost a homesteader yesterday, and it was because I ranted about something on Facebook and they blocked me, and I think they unsubscribed too. And I'm like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to try to make pretend friendships with people in order to sell my channel. Like, that's not what I'm here for. And if you guys want to be invested in our lives, great. But my job is to build my life and build our wealth and stick to what makes us happy, which is gardening and chickens and self-sustainability and my business and marketing. And
I think Beat's calling you out.
is she? What's she saying?
Or Sherry is.
What's Sherry saying? Did you notice how she just skimmed over that? No, let me see. I actually missed a lot in the chat, so let me take a look. He says, as nice as earning a few extra bucks would be, I have gained more from connecting with the community than I ever expected. Exactly. Like D has to be one of my best friends right now. Like, hands down. Like, the girl and I are just twins at this point. Mindful Home said, most of our customers for this season said we saw you on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube, it's not a good money maker. There's people that might make $100 a year. Like, I feel bad for people that think that once they get monetized, that's it. Like, it's just not. So I'm the type of person, I don't want to put my eggs in one basket anyway. Because if you lose that basket, if YouTube ever gets shut down, if it ever gets bought out, I mean, look at TikTok. There are so many. I love TikTok. I know some people don't like it. I love it because there's a lot of creativity on TikTok. And there's a lot of young people that are making a lot of money on their channels. But now it might get banned. So what are they going to do? Have they built up their audience on YouTube? Have they used TikTok to filter people to other places? They probably haven't. Yeah, you don't need 1 million subs to grow and enjoy a tomato. And I think that's what we're kind of moving our mindset to, is we're not that worried about the channel. If people want to follow us because they find us interesting, that's great.
I feel sorry for it.
But I don't want to, I was feeling guilty because I wasn't putting out a video, in a week. I wanted to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And then I started feeling like it was an obligation. I'm like, no, my life's too hectic for that, to have that kind of guilt. Did you see Matt's comment about the soil?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you respond?
Well, no, I'm one holding the hand. This hand's rubbing
The
cord,
dog.
and you're going 90 miles a minute.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
You don't have to shut up. That's why I didn't respond.
Yeah, the only answering questions to super chat thing boggles my mind. Like, I honestly hope I never get to the point where I have to tell people, in order for you to talk to me, you need to give me money. Like, I can't see me ever getting. I don't have that attitude. Yeah, I mean, it would be great if we got YouTube famous. That would be great. But I would still do other things, because if YouTube ever got shut down, then that's it. Heirloom Permaculture has it exactly. The key to YouTube is to help it to build a brand, not to build your channel. Use your channel to build your brand. It may build your channel, but if you guys want to see, look how cute that is right there. Tell me that's not cute. That face. I love that face. Sean says he's very interested in the soil videos. Mindful Hempstead says, I'm super open about not wanting to do videos. We try to stick to Tuesday and Thursday, but if life gets in the way, I'll be blunt and let folks know that's not good. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. And they say you're supposed to stick to a schedule. We can't stick to a schedule. We can't even stick to a schedule for our lives because of his work.
I didn't even realize what Matt just said a while ago. What are you rubbing?
Look at this eel. This eel
Like, so cute.
Oh, I love that eel. He is pretty cute. Now, Court could have a channel. It would just be him barking and me yelling at him, shut up.
And out of the background, you'd hear Crystal, shut up.
He'll either be barking or vomiting.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Who are you guys talking about me? Hey, bake a leg and let's dig it. Yeah, Court doesn't want you to stop. He's so cute. Yeah, we'll focus on some soil videos. I'm actually really interested in herbal videos. Rosemary Gladstar, who's like the godmother of herbal medicine or herbal knowledge right now, has a course. It's digital. You can get the digital version for like $250, which to me is worth it. So if there's another stimulus, we have to get like the truck fixed. I'm having some issues with the truck, and I might just save a little bit of that money, just throw it and get the herbal course done. And then as I get that information, turning that into content and reusing content. There's another thing in terms of marketing that people forget is once you put out a piece of content, find ways to reuse that content. Just because you put out a video on like the best, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say you put out a video on the best way to grow potatoes. Like, great, you've got this awesome video. Now, can you turn that into an infographic that has step-by-step processes and then start sharing that on social media? Can you cut that into a video course on everything you wanted about growing potatoes? Like, there's all kinds of ways you can reuse content, and it also lets you cater to different audiences. Not everybody wants to watch YouTube. Somebody just prefer to have a quick graphic with the steps and they're done. A lot of times I'm like that. Like, I don't want to watch an hour video to get information that I can disseminate in 5 minutes, you know, with just a graphic. So, you know, find ways to reuse that content.
Who was that? Was it Gary Vee talking about that? Take one piece of content, turn it into 5.
Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about it a lot. And someone said that they figured out what Gary Vee's formula is, that he can do 100 pieces of content a day. Now, he has a team. I don't have the time to do 100 pieces of content a day, but if you can do a video on a topic and then turn that into 5 other pieces of content, that's what you need to do. And then it helps you to reach other audiences. Two Family says, my understanding is there won't be another stimulus. That's what I kind of figured after I was watching some of the news. And I saw that executive order today that was sent out, and it wasn't in there. So if there's not, there's not. I'll find another way to pay for getting the truck fixed. But we are trying to find different ways to bring in income. we are going to start a couple drop shipping sites to test that out. Because one thing I've noticed on TikTok, there's a lot of young entrepreneurs that have found ways to make money during the pandemic. And I've started writing down a spreadsheet of all of their ideas. And what I want to do is I'm going to test each of them out and go through the process, write down the process, document it. I've created a blog for this. It's not up yet. I'll type it here for you guys. I'm going to blog there on all these things I've tried, what worked, what didn't work, and how other people can try it out. So that's coming. I haven't announced it yet. I don't have it up yet. Do some herbal videos. Yes, I would love to do some herbal videos. I actually hired for mullion. I got to finish up mullion. Because mullion is mullion. I like calling it mullion.
You like being wrong.
Well, I did marry you. You walked into that one. Mullein, I think, is an important plant because, one, it is a suitable substitute for toilet paper. A lot of people used it back in the day for toilet paper. Menses, they used to make them into a torch. They would dip them in like oil and then light it because it gets really long and tall. But the flowers, none for you tonight, Crystal. Yellow flowers you can like preserve in like an oil. It's good for earaches as long as you don't have a perforated eardrum. And then the leaves, if you dry them out and turn it into like an inhalant, like a smoke or an incense, it's good for clearing out your lungs. And I thought that's like the perfect herb for when we have diseases that sweep across the United States that are respiratory based, if that's what it is. I don't know. So I started growing a lot of that. I'm going to dry a lot of that just to have on hand. But that's one herb I wanted to talk about. Did those mullein plants you borrowed in the middle of the night grow in your garden? Yeah, they actually went really well. They are kind of dried out now because of the drought, but they all grew. And what do you say, got like 2 or 3 feet tall, I guess. We've got one next to the house that's probably like
The one next to the house is
6
like,
feet tall.
I would say that's
Yeah. I actually have to gather the flowers tomorrow or tonight because I'm running out of time to do that. But yeah, they're growing. All of our trees are growing except our hazelnut died.
that's the chickens though. The meat
Yeah.
chickens.
I
I didn't put a
one of our blueberry bushes died.
I didn't put a cage around it fast enough, and
Yeah.
they just stripped.
And then we have to cut off a branch of the pecan tree because it's got bagworms on it right now. And my elderberries, I got my first elderberries this year. Not a whole lot. I got to pick some more tomorrow. I've just been freezing them, so I'll make elderberry syrup this fall. And then the grapes should be coming in soon. I had grapes a month ago, like 2 years ago, this time of year. I don't know why they're taking so. It's got to be the rain. They're taking forever. We have Concord grapes. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them now. I tried to do sugar-free jelly, like with honey, one year. It turned into.
Crap.
It wasn't a horrible flavor, but it was too thick. Like it was like thicker than Jell-O. It was weird. It was like liver thickness. Let's put it that way. I would love some mugwort. He's so cute. I'm trying to think of what else we've got going on.
That's about it. We got chickens coming, roosters.
We got some roosters coming. We're gonna start breeding some chickens. I've got catnip growing.
Apparently, chickens going really well right now.
Yeah.
If you can sell them,
Yeah.
or if you can breed them and sell them.
I will say that one thing we've realized this year with the drought and the heat is we are not prepared for drought. We actually have a 17-foot well at our house. So when it's a drought, it's scary. We do have a stream out back and we do have rain barrels, but the stream got low. We have a submersible pump, but that even like got too low. We couldn't use it. And then the rain barrels, we've only got 2 set up by the garden. We're going to set more up there. We do not have a good rain system here or water catchment system here.
What side hustle are you guys talking about? You guys keep mentioning side hustle. I keep missing it.
Like me?
No, Dee and Sherry keep talking about it.
Well, I know Sherry has a side hustle of making custom t-shirts, and Dee makes soaps. She actually sent me 2 bars, and they smell fantastic.
Well, I think there's something specific. They keep talking about a specific one together.
I don't know.
Sugar babies. What is sugar babies? I have a feeling they're saying it where you can.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. How do you breed chickens? Dim lights and very white music? Exactly.
Look at it all.
You make tea out of sage to help with respiratory too. I used to do that when I moved to Colorado. Yeah. I don't think any of our sage survived. I do know one other thing that we're trying to focus on. We have to figure out our schedule. The big projects we have for the remainder of this year, we have to get the greenhouse done. That was probably 50% of our issue with our garden was we didn't have a greenhouse. So a lot of the stuff we initially planted died because we had everything on the dining room table. I would take it outside when I could so it would get sunshine, but it just did not get light in the house. So the greenhouse has to get done before February, I would say, because that's when we start planting herbs. The other thing is we're thinking about building my own she shed. We were going to try to order one, but we might try to build it ourselves because I want to move my business back to the house and pay myself rent because, well, you just don't, I mean, business is slow. We don't know what's going to happen. If I can be here, then I can also help keep an eye on things, make sure Dad's okay. I don't have to pay that rent and I just pay it to myself and then that's extra income. So there's 2 big builds we have to do. And then we're doing the winter garden. So that's going to be, what's that going to be? Like chard. A lot of leafy greens that are cold tolerant, broccoli, cauliflower, chard, turnips, lettuce, maybe. Hey, Ridge Life. What else? What else were we going to do that we had to, oh, the rain catchment system. We have to figure that out. That's the other half of what went wrong with our, we had no rain and we had no rain that we could, the water we could get because we only had the 17-foot well. So once it gets cooled down some, those are going to be our main focus. So we might film that. But again, I'm not worried about monetizing this channel anytime soon. If it doesn't monetize, it doesn't monetize because I'm not going to rely on the income from this channel. This dog is really cute right now. Let me see if I can show you. Look at this. Oh, he's kicking me now. Of course, like, look at me. What'd you say, Noah? Yeah, I don't know anything about sugar. Oh, wait. Sugar daddies and sugar babies. I know what you're talking about now. Let me tell you, I investigated that whole concept and it was a hot mess. It did not go the way I wanted at all. There are so many scammers out there. So no, that did not work at all. And I let him read everything that I was going through and it was so bad. So that's something that will end up on that blog, by the way. Well, we actually lost, we were up to 669 and then we lost, well, we were down to 665 this morning. So we lost 4 people. I think it's because people get annoyed when I get mouthy about politics on Facebook. I don't really talk politics though.
On Facebook?
I talked about what I talked about, racism, I think is what I talked about. And I lost some subs from that. And I'm like, whatever. Well, I honestly hadn't thought about the sugar baby thing. So I thought you were talking about the candy for a second. I'm like, what are they talking about?
I'm over here reading this. I'm like, no, they're talking about something. I'm like, she knows.
Well,
about something.
you know about it too.
Well, I honestly forgot about that too. I thought they were talking about something else.
I was at 667 when I started, so I lost one since we started this live.
It was the sugar babies. That's what it was.
You know, my personality is not for everybody. And that's fine because I don't want to be someone that everybody likes. Because I feel like at that point you've kind of lost principles. So
yeah, I agree there, Sean.
I think you gain and lose folks daily because of many reasons, most are innocent ones. It could be. I mean, it could always be a YouTube fluke. I do know that I did get blocked by a homesteader yesterday on Facebook because of something I posted. And I didn't really enjoy a lot of their posts anyway because they were extremely political. I try to keep my politics on the low on Facebook. I'll talk about issues, but I never talk about parties. I never talk about the president or any of that stuff, like on purpose. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, it's a different story, but don't follow me on Twitter because I get mouthy there. But on Facebook, it was weird. And then my channel dropped. So me talking about stuff yesterday apparently pissed some people off. Yeah, and that is me. Like, Donald can attest. There's, for some reason, I piss off a lot of women especially. It's weird. We had a friend that used to come over and he'd bring his, I don't know if she was his wife at the time.
No, she wasn't his wife at the time.
And I always thought I'm very welcoming when people come into my home. I try to make sure that people are comfortable. If someone looks like they're sitting by themselves, I try to talk to them. I am running around a lot to help food or something because we usually have people over once a month before this thing. But she came back one day and said that I was, what did she say? I was unwelcoming. Now, the problem was she sat out here in the dining room by herself, playing on her phone, wasn't talking to anybody. And I'm like, well, I'm not, like, I'll say hi to her, but if she wants to sit alone, you know, not much I can do about that. So she came back later and said that I was rude and inhospitable. And Matt, Katie on here in the chat, and he's over my house a lot. And I mean, he can tell you if I've ever been rude or inhospitable. I don't think I have been. And then this same guy was dating another girl. And before I never met her. And we were going to a party to meet her and introduced her because we were friends with this guy and everything. And she said when she knew I was coming over, she was shaking. What did she say? She was scared to death of meeting me for some reason. And I'm like, but why? Like,
because she beats people up.
I don't beat people up. His boss is scared of me. She was telling him she saw me in the truck at the plant one day because I don't know if I was picking him up or something.
I thought you were dropping me off.
Or dropping him off. I think I was picking him up because I was waiting in the truck. And she saw me and she started to walk over to the truck.
Say hi.
To say hi. And she just got an overwhelming sense of fear. She couldn't do it. And I'm like, what?
She's, so, yeah. My boss and I were driving to a training class, and she was telling me this. And I immediately, she goes, yeah, and I just got this overwhelming fear. The closer I got to her, and I just said, it's because she's secretly a dragon.
So
I started laughing. She didn't get the joke, but I thought it was hilarious.
I don't get along with a lot of women. I don't understand why. It's not because I don't want to. I get along with Dee from Naturally and C, Sherry from Two Family, Misty from Mama Z, Shayla from Making Lemonade. There are a lot of women that I love. Megan from Walterman Homestead, Teresa from Stringfield Ridge. Like, I talk to a lot of these women, but for some reason I scare people, and I don't get it. But maybe I, project that on the channel too. I don't know. I scare a lot of women. You are going to get me in trouble, and then I will be pissed. What am I missing? I'm talking my... Why don't you say something?
I can't. You're saying it for us.
Little Garden says, You have to be yourself. Some people can agree to disagree. Yeah, that's another thing that Misty and Big Bear, Misty from Mama Z and Big Bear were saying, that we have, and I think J-Lo was saying it too earlier today. We've lost the ability to disagree with each other. You know, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean you're my enemy. And I think the foundation of America should be that we are diverse in a lot of different things. And the fact that we can't be diverse because it's either my way or the highway, that mentality is an issue. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's the Aries.
It could be. I mean, I am an Aries sun and an Aries moon. It could be. I don't have time to, like, we are pioneers and we just go. Sometimes that is destructive.
And I'm very chill.
He's very chill. That's why we balance each other out, because I will overthink things a lot and he does not care. Like, he's very much, I'll just go with the flow. Me, I have to plan things out. Like, when this stuff started hitting with the pandemic, like the beginning of March, I had already started planning ahead and getting extra supplies before the run on toilet paper happened. So when that happened, we already had it. And he's like, well, if it were me, I wouldn't have thought ahead and I'd be wiping with like pine cones or something. So I have to think ahead. I have to plan things out like that. Bakelette says, you don't scare me. You seem headstrong and know what you like and don't like. And that's the thing. I think there's people that are just intimidated by headstrong women, male and female. I get men, especially in my industry, because I'm in the IT tech industry. There's a lot of men that try to make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, I've been doing this for 20 years. You can kiss my butt. I almost said it, but I didn't say it.
You said it.
I didn't say it.
We're now not monetized.
Countryside says, so far we have a few people show up, so I think Sean can keep up at this point, but I would keep that in mind. Sherry says, I'm not scared of you. I'll tell you to go to if needs be. She's a Leo. Yeah. There's fire signs. Susan says, I would be a blast to hang out with. So there. I think the women that have taken the time to get to know me, and I don't think I have resting bitch face. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. I think the women that do take time to get to know me,
I do.
Really like me. What?
I have resting bitch face.
No, you're just a bitch. I'm joking. I love you.
See what I have to go through?
People who are not confident are often intimidated by people who are really confident. Yes. I agree there, Sean, as well. There are a lot of people that if they're not tearing people down, then they're not happy. So you guys can see this dog again. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? He's really cute. RBF.
Person.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I have that. I think I have a nice smile, too. So. Oh, Matt says I am very hospitable.
Matt, are you still in Border?
Yeah. He's home.
Are you home?
Yeah. Matt is one of our members of our religious group here locally, and they had a baby in March, and then he got, what is it considered a deployment?
No, it's training, National Training Center
in California. So he was gone for a while, but he is home. Yay! I was actually going to ask you, Matt, if you guys wanted to come over sometime. What were we going to have people help with? Spreading hay or something? No, helping build the she shed. We're thinking about building our own she shed rather than ordering one. So I'm looking for people that know how to wield a hammer and could help, because we're going to get overwhelmed with it. And it's outdoors, but I don't know. We'll see if people want to come over. I was thinking you and Connor could come over. Yeah, Donald's a Virgo. Funny story. Both of my parents are Virgos too.
I'm a Virgo.
Are you?
Yeah. Crystal's an Aries.
I tell you what, though, he has some Virgo aspects, but he does not have a lot of them.
I'm like 75% Virgo, 25% some other crap.
I would reverse that. I would say you're 25% Virgo.
I'm a lot Virgo. How dare you?
Virgos are very
How dare you?
clean and
That's 25%. Analytical.
you're very analytical.
I'm very analytical.
He's very analytical. Me, as long as it gets done and is considered done, it doesn't matter if it's messy to me, as long as it's done. Little Garden Big Dream says there are some miserable souls out there that just put others down. Yes, that is true. And Matt says they can come on and help. Awesome. Yeah, we're thinking about building it. I would love to have some help just to get this done. We have a Cancer Gemini cusp. Nice. Chris is Sagittarius, and he is typical of every... Yeah, I would say I'm pretty typical of an Aries. And we have a book, and maybe I'll do that one day, figure out a way I can do this over the computer, that it helps determine what your moon sign is too. And mine is Aries Sun and Aries Moon. So it's like death by Aries over here. Yeah, Donald's birthday's coming up. He will be 40 in a month from today. And he doesn't like to celebrate his birthday. I will be getting him a present or two. He doesn't want me to get him anything, but I'm going to anyway. But he'll also be celebrating 8 years without a cigarette. And we'll have been dating for 8 years in September. What else? There was something else in September. I don't remember. Oh, and he proposed 7 years ago in September. Is he making old man noises yet? Yeah. We both are. We're both getting old.
I do the old man morning walk.
He does do the old man walk in the morning. Court's kicking me. Oh, I forgot to mention. I told a story. It might have been 2 weeks ago at our last live, or it might have been the one before that, where the SPCA had confiscated a bunch of sheep and goats and chickens because the guy that was driving them from Pennsylvania to Virginia to slaughter them for religious purposes, like kosher, halal, stuff like that, he did get his chickens back, and the SPCA was fighting to get custody of the goats and the sheep. And even some of the goats were pregnant. And I have an issue with people butchering pregnant animals, especially en masse. Like, there's something funny about this guy in general. So the director of the SPCA has been trying to get custody or ownership of these goats, and then they're going to adopt them out. Well, I found out yesterday or the day before, they've got custody. So they've asked us how many goats we want. So I know we're going to get at least 2, I think.
How'd your meeting go today?
Well, we weren't talking about that.
Okay. I figured you would talk though in there because it's the same people.
No, we have to determine which ones we want, how many we want. And they didn't have any non-neutered males though. And that's what we need because we want to breed our goats. So I still have to get a non-neutered male, but they had at least 2 females I wanted. Yep. One of them was really cute. That beige one was really cute.
Leave you alone.
I love him.
Her.
I wouldn't mind if I have the room. So yes, we'll be getting some new goats. We might actually have you guys help us name them. Maybe put out a video and you guys can vote on a name for them. I just have to see if they're going to charge me how much to adopt these goats. So it's a mix. There's like Boer goats, Nigerian goats. There was one sheep that didn't look good though. I'm hoping he made it.
A lot of the sheep didn't look good. Yeah,
they didn't look good at all. Part of the issue was they were left out on a hot highway for 3 hours without water. So a lot of the goats got pneumonia.
In a 100-degree day.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. No, I think it's just 2 hers. I don't think we're getting any hens.
All of the males were weathered.
Yeah, all the males were weathered. And we already have a weathered male with blue, so goat face. Vincent Van Goat. We could name them after the D&D goats in our campaign.
What was the goat's name?
One was Vincent Van
Yeah.
Goat. One was Butthead, I think.
It's because of Charlie's daughter.
We could call one Butthead. Yeah, we're actually thinking about developing a way where we can bring the goats down into the garden area and eat up a lot of things once the garden's over. But
I also thought about once we get enough goats to start a goat grazing business.
see, I always I'm very protective of my goats, so I don't know that I feel comfortable letting someone else have them on their property. I don't know that people care for goats as much as I do. And they deserve the best. But we could discuss it. So that's pretty much what's going on with us. We might get some new goats. I'll film that when we do. I'll probably do a little bit of filming just to update everybody. But honestly, we're just trying to get through this shift change and then the economy right now. My business is still going, but it's slow. I would like to get more business. That's kind of my focus right now. Get more income. We have a little over 1.25 acres. So it's a decent property though. We have room for more goats. Eventually there's a sliver of land behind us that is open that we're going to try to get and maybe put pigs back there. But I think that would only be like half an acre, I think, or an acre. Might be an acre.
Sliver?
Yeah.
No, maybe half.
Half an acre? Yeah. We'll put some pigs back there if we can get it. We can't put cows here, unfortunately. But this isn't going to be our permanent home. If we can ever get out of debt and more money, then we would buy another property. We would keep this one though. If we're putting all these cherry trees and apple trees and building up an ecosystem here of just a food forest, I don't want to sell that. So I probably would either rent out the property or turn the house into my business location or an office building, because it is zoned as mixed use. So I could do that, but I don't plan to ever sell this place. I would have to buy another place.
The goat weed thing, Susan. Yes, the goats we've learned this. Goats are very picky.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to eat what you don't want them to eat and not eat what you want them to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I built it was temporary, longer than I wanted it to, but it was a feeding shelter.
Yeah.
They eat the feeding shelter.
Yeah, they like to eat the wood
Before they eat the hay. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Luckily, Blue likes bananas a lot, so I can
Blue
give
loves
him his copper boluses with that. The other ones, I think what we had to do was mix the copper bolus in my hand with the grain, and then they would just kind of like, you know how they slurp, and they would get the copper bolus that way. It was a pain in the butt, but we eventually got them.
Did Sherry send you a Marco?
Yes, I haven't responded yet. I saw it, and like honestly, I build my websites by hand. If you were going to build another website, I would honestly go with either like WordPress.com, where it hosts there, and you can have your custom domain and then use WordPress that way. I mean, as far as website builders, I mean, some of the old stuff like Dreamweaver, if you really wanted to have a static website, could probably work. I don't know Qt FTP. But my websites by hand, so I would go with WordPress if you're going to change to a content management system for your website, and I can help with that. But WordPress.com is where they host it. WordPress.org is where you self-host it and you design it and build it yourself. So WordPress.com I think would be the easiest for you. His Way Homestead, yay! You're coming at the end. Going Green Mom, hey, how are you? There's a lot more people here than I thought there would be at 10 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's 11 now. Don't forget to do the thumbs up. We like the thumbs up. Court loves the thumbs up. Look at this. He loves it. Look at that big baby right there.
He has yet to move.
Oh, he's loving it. You rub his belly and he's done. I think that's pretty much it as far as updates. We'll try to put out some videos. We're not as focused on getting monetized for this channel. This channel is more like a tool for marketing for us. So
Someone already thumbs down this.
yeah, we get thumbs downs a lot too, but we've got a couple people that don't like me in the homesteading community, as if their approval is any basis for my life at this point.
It goes to that unconfident, afraid of confident.
It's that whole thing. People do not like bossy, confident women. And I don't even really consider myself bossy.
Bye, Matt.
See you, Matt. Give the baby kisses. Yeah, I don't care about the trolls. Oh, Samson, that's the only troll I like. So, Thomas looks like a goat.
What the hell?
Yeah, I honestly.
Hold on.
What?
So,
what?
His second thing he says when he comes in is Donald still looks like a goat. What?
Well, this is the first time he's seen you in a while. He's got that goat. But yeah, I'm not worried about the haters, because the issue with the haters is they're focused on me, but I'm focused on moving forward and my business and my personal brand and all the other projects we got going on. So they can keep focusing on me. That just gives me attention. But I'm not focusing on them. I got better things to do. So did you guys have any questions for us, since we haven't been around for a while and haven't put out videos for a while?
No, I'm not gonna dance.
I think you should dance. He said that first, but we were talking about the goats. He only kids because he cares.
I know.
Well, I think that's it. We should probably let people get some sleep. We're going to be up for a while because, yeah, well, I'll be up for a while with you, but I might fall asleep on this couch. We're going to watch some Designated Survivor.
Oh, congrats. His way.
Oh, what happened? What I missed? Oh, your oldest son is getting married tomorrow. That's exciting. I love weddings. Weddings are fun. I really like weddings. I was really looking forward to performing Yellow Rose's Homestead's wedding in October, but with HOA being canceled. That would be the third wedding I've officiated. Doing redneck things with Tony and Leanne. Just chimed in what channel we're getting into. Oh, welcome. We're actually about to, I'm getting kicked by the dog. We're about to end the live stream. We usually do it 10 to 11, but we were talking about haters for a little while, goats, monetization, things like that. So there's not a whole lot going on. It's too dry for us to do anything outside. The garden's a massive failure. We are still stocking up on supplies though, because we don't know in the fall if there's going to be like another shutdown, especially once schools start. Is that going to change things? So we're going grocery shopping tomorrow. Every shopping trip, I'm buying extra supplies of something. Last time we went shopping, I got toilet paper, flour, sugar. This time I'll get yeast. I'll probably still get toilet paper, baking soda, like just some of the general supplies to keep on hand. And then my biggest issue is I'm trying to figure out what to do about wood. If there's a wood shortage, which I've heard. I even saw it on the news. They were talking about how there's a wood shortage. And I'm like,
if there's a wood shortage.
well, I can complain.
Ugh.
And that makes me feel better.
Which means I'm going to hear it.
Which means you're going to hear it. You need to go to about nice things tomorrow night and sing during their oh, that's another thing I'm going to start doing Thursday nights, since I'm not doing my live anymore. There is a local open mic, and I'm hoping I can convince Donald to go with me for 1 or 2 hours before we sleep for work. But maybe I'll do some recording during those and then put them on the channel, because that's a big thing. I love singing. So
I think she means wood as in like building supply lumber.
Lumber, yeah. There's a shortage on lumber, and someone else said they couldn't find hardware cloth. So honestly, I think it's just people in panic mode and wanting to dive into homesteading and self-sufficiency because of all the, what's the word when people are hoarding all the things?
Hoarding?
No, it's like a P word. Panic buying, maybe what I'm thinking of, I don't know. But there was a lot of that. So maybe that's why there was a wood shortage. Yeah, my TP supply, I think we're pretty good for the rest of the year. Ammo is another thing we got to focus on. That's hard to come by. What else? I don't know. Just kind of the basics. We are buying a bunch of canned goods too, mostly because the garden did so poorly. So I'll buy we'll go to Aldi and get 10 cans of something that we usually eat.
Stupidity, that was it.
Stupidity. Yeah, stupidity would be a good one. We do have a wood stove. We could cook on it too if we wanted. I actually want to get a different wood stove. This wood stove's fairly old. I think the fire bricks inside of it are decrepit. So we burn through a lot more wood than I think we should. My friend Kim says she goes through, what'd she say, 2 cords a year? We go through 5 to 7. And our house is smaller than hers. So I think the sufficiency, this stove is older than I am. I think if we could afford, if we get enough money to get a more modern stove, it would save us a lot on wood. But I'd also like to get one that you can cook on. So.
Not his way. Good luck.
See you his way. Have fun at the wedding tomorrow. Pictures.
Drink.
Preppers, yes. We do prep a little bit. Not as much as we should.
Preppers was the P word you were trying to figure out.
No.
It was that's where the panic, prepper, stupidity. That was the options. That's why I said stupidity.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. They were just whatever they were calling it when people were panic. It might be panic buying or something. It is really I don't know. You guys probably can't see it. Can you see that stove? I can kind of see it. Where's that? That stove is really old. So we want to upgrade to one that burns more efficiently. I actually would like to have a summer kitchen too, because it gets hot in this house.
What is it called? A Fisher?
Yeah, it's a Fisher stove. Now getting it out of this house, we brought it here from our old house. I don't want to do that again. I'm going to hire somebody to do that. So, but we did have one Christmas where we were in the middle of cooking Christmas dinner, and it was at the old house. That had a gas stove, and we ran out of gas on Christmas Day. So I'm in the middle of the turkey was cooked, but everything else was not, and I actually had to cook on that stove. So another thing I want to get, and I think it's a little expensive, is a hand pump for the well. We have a really nice location for it. I don't know how to install one, but they're also a little expensive. But I'd like to get one of the layman's spigots for the well. We do have the stream out back, but there's a lot of runoff that comes off the road into that stream. So I don't know that it's necessarily clean. I guess we could always boil it or get a Berkey filter. I do want to get one of those. And then the biggest issue in this house is going to be AC. I don't know how to pull off the house without electricity. Lay in a stream or something. Thanksgiving and a barbecue sounds good. I'm all about that.
Yeah, we have buying limits on stuff here too.
Yeah. You can buy 1 pack, maybe 2 packs of toilet paper. And I've noticed they've started doing it more and more, so I feel like they're already starting to feel the pinch on supplies. Yeah, I don't think I'd put my PPE in a pressure cooker. No. I'm trying to think what other supplies we use, really, that we could try to be self-sufficient on. No. A lot, like I'd like a hand. One of the things I do want is a hand crank chopper. Doug and Stacy have one. She's used it a lot. I'd like to get one of those at some point. Everything pies and all. Oh, wait, pie. Oh, you know what I would love to have is one of those.
I want a pie. Thank you.
Well, we could go get a pie.
I'm gonna get a pie, please.
Where are you gonna get it?
I don't know.
Lincoln Diner. There you go. That's actually where we went on a. All right. It fell. One of the things that we on our first date. Oh, look at that guy. Remember what? Was at Lincoln Diner, so we could go there. They're open 24 hours. Thank you, too, family. We're gonna end things now anyway. Now that we've gotten a guy in here trying to troll, so we will be back next Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we'll try to figure out a topic. I may do a giveaway. A lot of times I'll give away like free ebooks or something that I've collected, and just everybody stay healthy, stay safe, and make sure you prepare your supplies because we don't know what's going to happen. What does that guy keep saying?
We have arrived at our destination.
Trolled like legit. Yeah. I want to say that's the first one. There might have been one more ages ago. Anyway, you guys all take care. I will talk to you soon. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram, especially Instagram. I put some fun stuff on Instagram. There's no politics or anything. So, see you guys.
Word.
Peace.